Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Marygrace, and I have a great idea for you today. Do you ever buy t-shirts or maybe at a concert that you love the band, and then you get home and you're like, what am I going to do with this big old ugly t-shirt? Or like in the case of these tops, I ordered them online, and by the time you pay the $6 to ship them back, it's not worth it. And they're just a little bit too big. You can also do this technique if they're too small, but these two happen to be too big. So here's that baggy shirt that has the love words on it. Here it is before. Way too big, way too much fabric for me. So I'll show you what I'm going to do to it. Fits me good in the bust part and in the back here, so I know I have to cut down here. And here's the before picture of this one. See how it's not as baggy as the other one, but still, I don't like to wear them big like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them and make a design in the back, and they're going to look really cool, but they're also going to be tighter on my waist. What you want to do is fold it in half, just the back part of it, like so, and get these seams lined up. Cut this way. We're going to cut into it this way. I'm going to have some really good scissors. I'll link in the bottom here where I got these scissors on Amazon. You're going to want to go like halfway in the center. Try to keep cutting it the same. This is about, I don't know, 1.5 inches. So I'll try to keep cutting 1.5 inches on either side. You turn it around, and this is what you have. So then what you do is you take each of these and you pull them apart like this to just stretch them out like, and then you grab one and then grab the other one, pull it under, the other one, pull it under, the other one, pull it under, and then when you get to the bottom, you make a cut in the center of it, this last piece you cut, and then you take it and you tie it back on itself. So, see how I'm doing that? Making a knot. Pull it taut, and do the other side before you lose it, and pull it taut. And then, you can even pull these two together and tie them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around the edges of the sleeves, and I'm going to use that piece of fabric to tie here, and I'll use this piece of fabric to tie here. So then it'll be a different look. It'll be pinched tighter, and it'll be just like an open diamond in the back. Top again. It's finished finally. I took it another step and I tied these two pieces together behind my head right here, and I felt like that really finished it off because they have diamond squares and then diamonds. And I wear these tops to work out, and like the girl behind me would be working out, and inevitably she'll say, I love your top, where did you get it? I made it. So it's just something different and something fun you can do, and the possibilities are endless. You know, this is a longer top, so when I cut it and I pull it up, it won't be too short for me. I'll show you what I mean. So here's the center. I'll start on this side. So if this is the center, then this is about halfway. So I'll start cutting here. You'll get the feel of it when you do it yourself. You want the big scissors because you don't want to, with the little scissors, you cut once and then have to cut again, and that makes some weird lines sometimes. Again, I always start in the middle so that it can be balanced. I'm going to make these just about as far as the scissors will cut without having to recut. I call that 4 inches. And then I'll go to the middle of this one again. And then I'll go to the middle of this one again. That way I can kind of see like how much, what do I have left? So on this one, I'd say I have 2 cuts in here that I can do. And you can do as many as you want. Just depends on the look you want. If you want a whole bunch of straps going on, that looks great too. Just like with any art, it all looks good. I'll go all the way to the top on this one and all the way to the bottom. Try to keep them the same amount apart, but they did get a little wonky. So I might need to put a cut in here. And I'll just leave the bottom for now. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. But at this point, you can see I just did it on one side of the shirt. And now I'm going to do the other side of the shirt. So we're going to have 2 things going down. So here's the seam. This is the middle right here. So I'd say this is about halfway. Very scientific the way I do it, isn't it? And I'm going to try to do as many as I did on the other side. So I'll go in the center and I'll cut as far as the scissor will go. Then I'll cut these in half. As far as the scissor will go. As far as the scissor will go. Then I'll go in half again. And then again. Go in half of this. Go in half and half. Just attempting to keep them even. It never works. It's never even. And that's not the point. It's a rock and roll fun t-shirt. It's not a perfection deal. Just going to peek over here and see how low I went. I think I went pretty low. Oh yeah. All the way to the curve. So I'm going to keep going on this. Ready to go. Here's the bottom. And here's the top. So what you want to do now is take each of these strands and really stretch them out. Because what it does is it turns them into like a skinny little strap. See that? Instead of this thick piece that's kind of not cut very well, which makes it easier to weave down. So if this was too small for me, you'd leave it like this, because then I'd have all this extra room in here. But this one's too big, so I'm gonna weave these down. What I'm gonna do is start at the top. So the top one goes over the bottom one, and the bottom one gets pulled through. And then the bottom one goes over the next one, and that one gets pulled through. That one goes over the next one, and that one gets pulled through. And then that one goes over the next one, and the bottom gets pulled through. And the bottom gets pulled through. And the bottom gets pulled through. Can you see the cute little design I'm making? See how cute that is? So I'm going to turn it around so I can do it properly on itself. So it has this loop around it from the last one, but then it has the other end of it. And you can see it's pulling it tighter. The next one I'll do with the top off of here, because this is stretching it out. When you get to the bottom, you have have this thing here, right? So what you want to do is cut that in the center, and then you tie it back on itself. So it has this loop around it from the last one, but then it has the other end of it. So you want to stay around the loop, and then you tie it to itself on the other end. So here it is, it's all done. Fits me nice and taut right here. And here's the back of it. Such a cute top, isn't it? It's so different. Just adorable. I love it. So now you have some ideas what to do with your tops if they don't work out. It's how to make a beautiful art piece with them. Thanks for watching.